Elliott now to kick this one away. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Vic on 3rd and 2. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 55 yards. Vic operating on 1st down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So.
And this will be a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy from 3 yards out. And the Madden Elite's just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Vic. He's going to let this one go deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, they certainly didn't waste any time throwing some deep passes here. But the defense, it wasn't unexpected. They told their secondary, be ready. You're going to be tested all night by this team.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 3rd down, Vic. He's going deep for Brown. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Guys, check it. Eagle. We gotta stand up over there. Stop.
They will indeed go for it. Vic. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Vick again. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Michael Vick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, ball's out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Vick now. He gets it left side to Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the red zone now, Vick. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Vick on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't...
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
From the gun, Vick. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. Looking deep now for McCoy. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Vick to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now out come the Patriots. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
3 down.
First down, Vick. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alpha, alpha. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Paper. Move.
This will be the final play of the half. Vic, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
53's the mic. Eagle. Lion. 300.
That was 2nd down throw for Vic. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Here's Vic. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Lion. 300. Mike 57.
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. Man open. It's Moss complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, let's go. We got 4. We got like 20. Hit it. Quick. What is it?
To throw, Vic. Now to the left here to Reed. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Out. 3 down. Quick.
Vic readies to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
Good new play.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 4 down.
A 2nd down throw for Vick. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, Vick. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, forget the field goal to try to tie this thing. They'll have a chance to take the lead here with 1st and 10. Now here's Vick. Keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Back now in Foxborough, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd down, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
3 down. What is it? Alpha, alpha. Hey, let's go.
Throwing, Vic. And he's going to go down again. Bobby Wagner in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Let's go. 57 the mic. Hey, let's go black 2-9.
On 2nd down, Vic again. Escaping the pressure right. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Double. 4 down.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Gerald McCoy in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Alpha. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now it's him carry for Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Orange. 54's Mike. Check.
Here's Vic. Dumping it off for Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Elliott puts this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. He's back to throw. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Hey, let's go black 2-9. Paper. Check. 4 down. Hey.
Desperation time. Vic on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense.
Hell of a game, man. Hell of a game, man. Mad props to you, man. You played well, man. Good shit, man.
Vic's going to take a knee, and that should just
Good fucking game, dude.
I don't know about you.
Probably the best game I played.
Take the knee there and finish this one off.
I'll remember you, bro. Good game, man.
This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Miami. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
You got three down.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend, and a nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Hey, let's go. Base 5-2.
Vic operating on 1st down. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Orange. Hey, let's go. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Orange. Wait.
So here's Vic following the interception. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Alpha. 4 down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vic. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Alpha.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike, check.
It'll be Vic once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Base 24.
Vic on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long for Vic. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Well, how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. Here's Michael Vick. Forced out to his left. And going deep for Hill. And that is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, guys, check me out. Eagle. Stand up over there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Space 24.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Eagle. When they say, hey, 50's the mic.
Vic will look to throw on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
4 down. Let's go. 50's the mic.
A 2nd down throw for Vic. And Hill with it over the middle. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Quick. Double tight, guys, double tight. Eagle. 3 down. Double. Watch out. Saw. Hey, alert 3.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hey, let's go. Eagle, 44. Salt.
Vic now after the fumble recovery. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Vic to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A first down throw coming for Vic. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
3 down. Hey, late. Mike's 54.
Second down, Vic. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Eagle.
From the gun, Vic. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
First down, Vic. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Orange. White 90. Hey. 4 down. Orange. Alpha.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game.
Tight is right. Alpha. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
Salt. Alpha. I'm coming.
On third down, Vic out of the gun. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Three down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's Vic. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Quick.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Three down. What do you want?
On 3rd down, Vic. And he checks this one down to Williams. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well. Not just play them strictly to run the football. They may be able to get downfield and catch it too.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. His throw caught right around the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Lion. 300. Mike's 5-4.
Again, it's Vic. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Eagle.
To throw, Vic. Dancing to his left. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
So don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Tight end's on the Ringo. What they say? Eagle. Check. 4 down. Eagle.
Out of his end zone, here's Vic. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight end right, tight end right. Four down.
The pitch to Fournette, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
We got 4. Alpha.
Here's Vic. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Let's go. Hey, we got 3 downs.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hey, let's go. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vic. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tight end to the left. Base 5-2. 3 down. Watch the shift.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
On 3rd and 1, here's Vic. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will have a touchdown. Ricky Williams, a 5-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Vic now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
3 down. Hey, let's go black 2-9. 3 down.
Vic operating on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
Back now in Miami. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth.
Hey, let's go. When they hit it. Hit it. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Orange. Bring it.
Vic on second down. Buying time to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Strong right. You got 3 down. Alert 3.
And the blitz does come. Man open, it's Moss complete. And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 3 down. Big edge. Motion.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Double. Watch 7.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Brilliant. Base 52. Check safety, check safety.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Here's Michael Vick. Over the middle, complete. It's Moss. And it's a touchdown. Randy Moss. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
This will be taken short.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
The Jaguars offense ready to go. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Quick. Odd. 3 down. Odd. Hit it!
They'll run it again with Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Lock over. 4 down. Check.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Hey,
They'll
go.
come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Three down.
Wait, twist it. Paper.
Watch 84.
Watch twist. Wait, twist it.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Tight on the right.
Wait, twist it.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Wait, twist it.
They'll toss it to Fournette. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
4 down. Alert.
Wait, twist it.
Fournette on the toss to the right, and not much running room. Down to the 32. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
4 down.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
You got motion, man.
A handoff to Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Leonard Fournette. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Wait, 20.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
190.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
4 down.
Here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And McManus able to put it through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Hey, let's go.
Back.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Strong right. We got 4.
Throwing, Vic. And incomplete to open things up.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Even. 4 down.
Vic readies to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Vic now steps away to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
4 down.
Hey, late.
Sponge. No.
Base 24.
Check 25.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Hey, let's go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Vic will look to throw on first down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Randy Moss, 57 yards. And the Madden Elites are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Hey, let's go. Eagle, eagle. Quick, quick.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
3 down. Lock over.
Kill, kill, kill.
Wait, wait, wait.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Wait, wait, wait.
Alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Wait, wait.
Vic to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
Vic now after the fumble recovery. That is caught at the 7. And he will score. It's a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 31 yards. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Hey, let's go.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Wait, wait, wait.
2nd down, Vic. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, let's go.
Single. I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you.
Wait, wait, wait.
A first down throw coming for Vic. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That's it, baby. That's it.
From the gun, Vic. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's brought down. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
You gonna see me in your... Wait, wait, wait.
First down, Vic. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit his first, now this from 43. And McManus able to put it through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Now McManus on to kick this one off. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they start the second half with a carry by McCoy. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Motion, pump. Eagle, 44. Hey, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Vick. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
4 down. Orange. Mike, Eagle. Right there in the middle.
Here's Vic. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Hey, let's go.
Again, it's Vick. And this is caught at the 8. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, hey, hey. Double, double.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Right 20.
Hey, we are.
A second down throw for Vick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch 10, watch 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Eagle, 44.
Check the running back.
Hey, late.
25.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Eagle. 55. Hey, let's go black you 9.
Now a 2nd down throw for Vick. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Let's go. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Double, double, double.
Vic now from the 50. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Vic. He finds McCoy. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Orange, orange.
Hey, check Mike, check Mike. Watch 55.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Vic operating on first down. Wide open, Gronkowski. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Let's go. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3. We got orange.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And this is intercepted. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
To throw, Vic. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
4 down.
On 2nd down, Vic again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bills offense ready to go here on 1st and 10. Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 190.
Throwing again, Vick on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Vick readies to throw. Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
From the red zone now, Vick. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 2nd down, Vick. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, let's go. Stop. You got 3. Let's go.
Vick to throw it. Flushed out right. He can run for it. And now Vick stripped. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Here's Michael Vick. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Some guys just simply have it, and Randy Moss is one of those guys. His big playability, once again on display right there.
That's what he's known for. He averaged 15.6 yards per reception during his playing days. Highest career yards per catch average for any player with 900 or more receptions.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
A first down throw coming for Vic. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. From the gun, Vic. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They will indeed go for it. Vic, and it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out come the Bills, and they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his guys will take... Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here are the Bulldogs now as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, get all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Lucky 56, Detroit!
Young looks to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Steve Young. And Glenn's got it over the middle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Leopard! Detroit! Check. All right, now, Lucky 56. Gun!
1st and 10, Young. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Let's go. Base 5-2.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Double.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McCoy. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Hey, let's go. Paper. Let's go. Orange.
3 on 3. Motion.
They just get the play off. Now Vick. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Double, double, double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Hey, let's go! Hey, late. Four down.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. His throw caught right around the 6. And this will be a touchdown. Randy Moss, 34 yards. And the Madden Elites are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. 3rd down, Young from the gun. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Check. Hey, watch edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Chris Jones on the stop. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game.
And he will have a touchdown. Randy Moss with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
No. check. Patriot. Patriot. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Young now from the 50. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 43 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Given 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire. But in this case, he didn't take advantage of it by getting set and making a nice throw.
Yeah, and with that pressure coming, maybe he should have just gotten rid of it. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
87's mine. Don't worry about that. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They're going to try and throw. Looking deep now for McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Leopard! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Watch him now, Barney!
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now a 2nd down throw for Young. And this is caught at the 8. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for...
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Detroit!
Young to throw it. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for two to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Quick!
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And it's a touchdown. Michael Vick, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And here now the offense heading back out there. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a second down throw for Vick. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
White 20. 53, Mike. Silver. You. Alpha. White 20.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Base 52. White 20. Let's go black 29. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Vic operating on first down. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, Young. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Over. Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
On 2nd down, Young again. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. A gain of 6 there on first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Leopard.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island.
Gun.
Now a first down throw for Young. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Gun.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Reed with it over the middle. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Picked up a first down.
To throw, Young. Looking long for his tight end, Reed. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's going to loft one deep. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Quick. Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
So here's Vic following the interception. He's going to go up top again into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Leopard. Detroit.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Detroit. Gun.
Here's Steve Young on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Young. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down. Young will set to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Doug Baldwin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The return man is Hill. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter.
Let's go. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Watch 84. Watch 84.
And let's pin the
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Double tight. Four down.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Four down.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Vic. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bruce Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Vic now from the 50. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, Vic. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 1st-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gronkowski, the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Gun!
54, right there. 54, Mike.
No. Check. Patriot!
Get off the field.
Gun! He's coming. We got double up.
Here's Young. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Gosh, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game.
The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the
LaShawn McCoy off to the races and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 64 yards. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks offense, 1st and 10, getting ready to go. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Play action, it's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Taylor. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Vick will look to throw on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
On 2nd down, Vick again. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
2nd down, Vick. Nice footwork by McCoy. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
And your pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
Alpha. Check, 53's light.
Here goes Vic on 4th down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
7-0 is our score. We're back with more from Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 1st down, Vic. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Evan Ingram, 42 yards. And the Madden Elite's just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not
nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Bobby Wagner coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now it's Taylor. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now Taylor, and they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at it. Each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On first down, it's Taylor. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Taylor throwing the out route and complete. That's Baldwin. And now running right through him. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now Taylor to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Antonio Brown from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Now the point after try for Santos. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes Michael Vick now leading his offense back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Zach Brown. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A first down throw coming for Vic. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Taylor. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The return man is Hill. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now Michael Vick and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say we want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
52's the black 2-9.
Vic on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Base 52. 53, check 53.
On 3rd down, Vic. This is caught by Antonio Brown. First catch for the NFL's leader in receiving yards a year ago, and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, let's go, quick.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Base 24. Hey, let's go black 2-9.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. It'll be Vic once more. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down.
Base 24. Stop. 55's mine, guys.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. back now in Miami as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Vic and the offense will start 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. Here's Michael Vick. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only first down. He's got a few more shots maybe.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Antonio Brown from 4 yards out. And the Madden Elite's just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Even. 4 down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Key to tight end. Hey, 4 down.
To throw on 3rd down. Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Ryan Shazier in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taking it about the 36. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's coming. Double up.
Vic to throw. The 20. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And this will be a touchdown. Randy Moss, 43 yards. And the Madden Elites have broken the tie.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Alpha, alpha.
Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
Alpha, alpha.
Here it comes, here it comes.
Eagle, eagle. Right to that.
Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
3 down, 3 down.
He's checking.
Scat, scat.
He's checking. Crash, crash.
Double, double, double.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Right to that.
Now Michael Vick. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. Now the ball comes loose. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action.
Eagle, eagle, 44. When they said,
55.
paper.
55, Mike.
Hey, let's go.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
When they said,
Vick.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. Welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL.
Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Now a first down throw for Young. To the right side to Eric Ebron. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Young. Smith catches left side. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now the rookie first-rounder from Penn State, Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Again, it's Barkley. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Third down, Young from the gun. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A first down throw coming for Vick. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, Vick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Kill. Turn up. Double.
To throw, Vick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Eagle. Switch.
Here goes Vic on 4th down. Flush to his right. Room here to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. First down, Vic. And incomplete on the deep ball. Randy Moss, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 2nd down, Vic again. He sets to fire deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now here's Vic. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Double, double, double.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the 2nd quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Quick.
It'll be Vic once more. And open, it's Moss complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Hey, late. Orange.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Alpha.
Vic to the air again. Got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. Being chased out left. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you. Base 5-2. Orange. Single.
2nd down, Vic. And he will have a touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 13 yards out. And the Madden Elites are in for 6. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point good by Gronkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gronkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now come the legends. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Here is Young. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
All right, here we go.
On second down, Young again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now let's go.
Young on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will... accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Young now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
All right, here we go. 59.
Young on first down. And it's a touchdown. Eric Ebron, 29 yards. And the Madden legends with the extra point can tie this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Walsh adds the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Madden Elites heading back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting. And
he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Paper. Vic on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. Third down here.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Throwing, Vic. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This will be the final play of the half. Vic, he's going to air one out. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy as time expires in the first half. And the Madden Elites are in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's... And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. The return man is Hill. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Madden Elites offense trotting out again. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Motion.
Vic operating on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
3 down. Lion. 300. Eagle. Watch twist.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Eluding the pressure right.
Crash.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Hey, Lake. Salt. Hey, watch the lane.
Again, it's Vic. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Fourth down, Vic. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Paper. SOS. Hey, let's go block you now.
They'll throw again. Here's Vic. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a second down throw for Vic. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Michael Vick, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Back now in Miami, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth.
3 down.
Let's go.
3 down.
They'll go to Barkley again. And now running right through him. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 13 and also a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now here's Young. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 28 yards. And the Madden legends draw a bit closer. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. The dangerous Hill now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Madden Elite's offense coming back on the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Here's Michael Vick. Over the middle here to Brown. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Alpha, 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 alpha. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Here's Vick. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Face flag two. Eagle, eagle.
Now Michael Vick. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They'll look to throw. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for one, maybe two. More plays. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Just like that. All right, here we go.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard